Yeah, hi Chris. Look, just a quick video with a very rough mock-up for this cover. If you like this idea, I can move with it. That photograph there, obviously it's very rough. I've got the original. Where is it? Yeah, it's if you like it, you can use it. It says that it's in the public domain down there on the bottom right. If you want to go with the idea that I showed you just there, I can black that out. But going back to the cover mock-up, yeah, just the thought was that name you said, Boomerang, with the Dave Brubeck Quartet above it, live at the Sydney Stadium below, so it's very impactful. What you've got next to it there is just whatever the songs are. I forget what they are. I've just put those songs in there, but I think you've done something like that on the live at Carnegie Hall Dave Brubeck album a couple of years back, maybe in the 70s or whenever it was, or 60s. So yeah, that's just a kind of as I said, a rough mock-up. It's your call. You might have a completely different vision, different idea. If you have any ideas that you're kind of playing around with, I can work on them if you like. But back to this idea, if you went with, I think you mentioned you were talking about two LPs, a volume 1 and a volume 2. You could have volume 1 at the top. So yeah, I mentioned in the previous email, if you speak to your printer and get them to show you the different options, you can present the album in like a gatefold where it opens up and you've got like an inside to look at. You can also have a booklet insert. Get all the different options and work out what you want to go with. Obviously, the fans that are buying these LPs, the more they've got to look at and play around with, that kind of, myself, if I was a fan, you'd feel better having something that's got a little bit of information to read through and pictures. So anyway, have a think about that. What else have I got? Yeah, it's based on the style of the Miles Davis album, that kind of look, the live album. The way the image there, it's called a tone dropout. So what I could do, I was playing around with it. Like that's the wrong blue, but that kind of idea where you've got all the white could be blue. So if I go back to the mock-up, I've just got the name in blue there, but I can play around with that. So if you like that as a starting point and you say, okay, let's kind of develop that, just let me know. I could even do a version where we've got the white background and the type is in black. Have two versions to choose from. So the other idea was that if you went with this kind of style, the white type and all the white could be the actual colour of the album cardboard. Like it could be a recycled grainy look, which is, I've seen that done a few times. So yeah, anyway, get back to me in the future when you've got some ideas about the packaging, what you're going to go with. And if you like this idea, let me know, I'll develop it. Speak to you soon.